If you're tuning in right now, you happen to be watching the world's truest source for hip hop news, black culture, sports, and of course the best reaction videos on the net. I'm talking about Kofi's Universe. If you haven't already subscribed, it's your chance to hit that button now before I hit this blunt. Bada.
YouTube, salute! King Kofi is back, man, with another interview. This time I went abroad and a great artist from the UK, man, and I actually got put on through one of my comment moderators, E. You know, he's, good with the UK hip hop rap. And this person right here, I love his music. I love everything he stands for. I've actually reacted to two of his freestyles on my channel this year, Patrice Lumumba and Angela Davis, and some other music last year too, when I actually first was introduced to him. And, a lot of people were very happy and got a lot of great feedback from him. To me about this artist saying, Kofi, can you react to more about Jaja Soze? So to all my subscribers around the world, not just in the UK and the US, we're talking about Canada, Mexico, South Africa, Ghana, Brazil, Mozambique, Tanzania, New Zealand, Australia, Thailand, Singapore, the list goes on and on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and enemies, like Malcolm X would say, the one and only Jaja Soze.
Oh, good, yeah. Yeah, man, it's all love.
Okay, appreciate you, man. So first, before we start, how are you doing with all this stuff going on in 2020? I got to ask that.
Yeah, it's all good, it's all good. And there's a lot been going on, obviously, with the whole COVID-19 and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? I don't really let that stuff bother me, 'cause I think there's always been distractions. And I just think, well, I just kind of continue doing my projects and working and living regardless of all that stuff.
Okay, that's good, man. Same thing with me, I'm always gonna make it happen, but I'm glad you're doing good, you're safe and sound, so you can tell all your fans out there and your new fans now that's gonna know more about you. So you grew up all your life in England?
Yeah. I grew up I was born in a place called Birmingham. That's just outside of London. And then I moved to London when I was around 10 years old. But my family background is Jamaican.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're Jamaican. A lot of the street culture in the UK have Jamaican or African kind of heritage. That's kind of like a lot of our grandparents and our parents have come from Jamaica.
Okay. What part of Jamaica? I'm just curious.
A lot of my family's Kingston and Montego Bay, yeah.
Okay. I've never been to Kingston, but I've been to Montego Bay. I've been there before.
So a lot of the street culture over here is basically of Jamaican background.
Okay, cool. Now, I have to ask this because it's always a great question. I mean, a talented MC, rapper you are, revolutionary poet. I'll throw that in the conversation. Also, who influenced you growing up in hip hop and rap?
I was influenced a lot by the Public Enemy and NWA.
Okay.
It was like for hip hop, that was my main influence growing up. I also we had a crew over here called PDC that I was a part of, and one of the biggest crews in the UK. I was kind of influenced by the same structure as NWA and Public Enemy. That was kind of my main influence growing up. And I also had a reggae influence of Bob Marley and a lot of the old school reggae artists. So I had a mixed influence.
Okay. And, since you have the influence from, like you said, the Bob Marley, having the Jamaican background, who are some of your favorite, like, scholars and heroes and why?
Yeah, so I grew up as a Rastafarian. You know about the Rasta culture?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. So I grew up as a Rasta, and so I was very influenced by like obviously Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey. So I had a very Marcus Garvey kind of like way of thinking, and like galvanizing, putting our community together, being self-sufficient, and a lot of these. I was taught a lot of these things from a young age. So that kind of stayed with me throughout my whole journey. So all my projects are kind of based off of that kind of mentality.
Okay, okay. This is gonna be like 2 questions in one. What books changed your life, and any current books you're reading right now, so you know the people might know, like, oh, I might want to grab that book or something.
So you see, I got my bookshelf right behind me, so you can see.
Okay.
So
like me.
yeah. So I'm saying. So what books? There's a book I read a couple years ago, and it kind of had a big influence on me. It's called Black Empire. It's a real good book. Those was kind of like another book. Where's it up here? I've got so many books. There's one called by Amos Wilson, The Blueprint for Black Power.
Love that book. One of my favorite books. It's like a Bible.
It's like I was about to say that. So that's one of those books you can never. It's like a study book. It's not. It's like so big, so much information. You got to kind of keep going back to it. Yeah. So those are kind of the types of books that I've been influenced by, with my mentality and growing up.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us. Who is Jaja away from the microphone?
Away from the microphone. Oh, I don't know. I'm a dad, and what else? What I'll say? I don't know. I think I'm a very deep thinker. I like reading, and I've got a revolutionary mindset. So everything I do is kind of based off of how can we move forward as a people, and how can we change our thinking how can I change my thinking as an individual and help our community change our thinking on a whole. I think that's me that's when I'm doing music and when I'm not doing music. So I'm still the same person all the time, kind of.
Okay. Thank you for telling us that and sharing that with us. But you have a new book out. It's titled The Power of Love, correct?
Yeah.
Tell us, not spoiling it, because I just myself and everybody else to purchase the book. Can you just kind of give us like a synopsis about the book?
Yeah. So what it is, I wanted to give, when people hear Power of Love, they always think of a romanticized kind of. They just think it's romantic. They think about man and woman, romantic, flowers. And it's not actually that. It's coming from a frequency level. It's just making people understand that love is not just a romanticized thing. It's also a form of energy. It's a frequency that a lot of us didn't understand or don't utilize it in our everyday life and in our way of thinking. And it's kind of showing different perspectives of how it can influence you and also benefit you on a deeper level. So that's kind of the summing up of it.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. Where can we purchase this book? For persons that comes across you saying about this book.
Yeah, you can get it from Amazon, Amazon books. You can get it from my website www.jajasoze.com, and it's on all the digital outlets, on all the audio outlets. Yeah, so it's on most of the sites.
Okay, everybody, while you seeing this interview, I will put all the information in the description, so you can go straight to his website, to the Amazon website, whatever, in the digital platform. So that information will be in the description, so don't worry about that. So thank you. Now, I've heard your freestyle about Patrice Lumumba, Angela Davis. I did reactions about that. What made you pick those two? To me, they're heroes. Me, I'm saying, on both ends.
Yeah, with Angela Davis, I think as our black woman and the way she thinks and the way she speaks and what she represents, I've just always admired her. The strength and the courage, the way she speaks, I've just always admired her, and the way of thinking, her thought process towards the revolution and towards change. I'm just always in awe of her. Like, I just always admired her, and yeah, man, I've read a lot of her stuff. I followed a lot of her stuff that she's done, and yeah, I've just always been in admiration of her. And Patrice Lumumba, he was a great African hero. He was assassinated, and what he stood for, and what he was trying to build and create over in Africa was amazing. Like there's a sustainable economy, make us become self-sufficient in the community. It was a very revolutionary way of thinking, and they killed him. And a lot of people don't know that we had a lot of great figures like that were assassinated, and they was trying to better us as a people and our community. And I think a lot of people don't really know of Patrice Lumumba. He's not really spoken about a lot, even by black people. He's not spoken about. Just like Angela Davis, some people don't even know who she is. And I think these people should be given a better platform, and they should be speaking about much more in schools, colleges, just in our community in general.
Yes, Shay, because I hold Patrice Lumumba so high. I have a picture of him in my house, whatever.
Okay.
I love and respect him. And I met Angela Davis 5 years ago when I graduated from undergrad. I got my master's degree in Africana Studies, and she came to the graduation, whatever.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, man, that's the same. So I think there's a lot of people are, especially in this generation today, they're unaware of some of our heroes and leaders and educators, because it's not pushed out to them, or no one speaks about it. Even people in prison that's been incarcerated, like you have Mumia Abu Jamal.
Yes.
And people like that, exactly. So a lot of people are unaware of those names, and these people are very intelligent and also can contribute and help our communities in those ways. Their knowledge that they have is incredible.
Yes. You mentioned in your music, which is always great about, revolutionary, and sometimes people have this illusion of revolutionary, just somebody that's walking around with the gun. Like they just think somebody is doing that, but it's way more than that. That's more of just, I don't know why people even have that image, but I know why they have that image.
Yeah, of course.
But from you, how do you think you being a revolutionary through your music has maybe changed not just, the people in the UK, but people globally?
Not easy. I think it's the same thing you said. I think when they're used to seeing a certain image of a revolutionary, and they're not. I think I'm trying to show it for a way of teaching also. Revolutionaries are teachers as well as leaders. There's different types of revolutionaries, and I also think me being from the streets, it also helps because I can reach out to a different audience that usually don't hear their peers talk like this. And that's a big thing. I think that's where I've kind of I'm a bit different from your average revolutionary, where I've been from the streets, from the whole gang culture, and I understand two perspectives. I'm saying to you, the streets, and I also understand the intellectual and educational side. Mm-hmm. So that's why I've always been able to bring a different kind of story and scenario to the people in a revolutionary way, and that's just my own unique way of presenting the revolution to the people.
Okay, thank you. That's great. That's great. From your perspective, what you think about the current state of the UK hip hop rap scene? I'm still, a novice at it. Plus, I heard artists in the past, but I'm still coming across so many great artists, and I'm very thankful to come across all y'all platforms. But how do you feel about it right now?
It's in an okay place. We also with the UK, you have different types of artists. So you have some poets, you have some conscious rappers, and then you also have the new kind of young sound. It's like a drill. They call it drill, and it's very gang orientated. So a lot of people see that it's just like America, where the new music is kind of very violent and gang orientated. So a lot of people kind of see that side of it and be and then kind of puts them off the music. But there's also a lot of artists like myself that are kind of specialist artists, and we speak about, we send the message for our music. And I think there's loads of artists like that in the UK that are kind of overlooked because they're not mainstream or speaking mainstream topics, as you would say. Girls, guns, cars, they're not really speaking as all that stuff. So it's kind of a bit harder to find some of the more unique artists that with a message. That's what I'll say. But it's apart from that, the scene is very good. We have a lot of different types of artists. Yeah, and loads of different artists that are very talented, and yeah, that's the UK scene.
Okay, thank you, yeah, thank you. Like I said, I come across a lot of artists like you, Akala, Bugsy Malone, Dave, who else? Gets, Goods, you know, it's a lot of artists that's introduced me on my channel that I'm very happy to do their reactions, but the music, and not just the reaction, because I actually would go, you know, listen to their albums in the past, and also rest in peace to Black the Ripper.
Yeah. It's my friend. That was my friend. Yeah.
You know, he was wow, was very talented, low key.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I'm very thankful for that. It makes me feel like, wow, this is hip hop. Hip hop is going nowhere. It's still here.
It's still here, of course.
Yeah. Do you watch Marvel? I just gotta ask, because I'm about to ask you a question.
I watch some Marvel.
Okay. If you could compare yourself to any Marvel character in the comics, who would it be?
Oh, my one. Oh, my one would have to be a mix. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of a bit of a. My one would have to be a bit of Wolverine with a bit of Deadpool or something like that.
Oh, well, that's a nice combination right there. That's a nice combination. Okay, I like that. Can you tell us about any upcoming projects, features, maybe another book coming out in a year or two?
I've got another book coming out next year, actually. It's called To Dream of a Revolution.
Ooh.
And yeah, so it's a very powerful book. And yeah, just look out for that. Yeah, I'm nearly finished writing it, and that'll be out next year. So I'm going on a book journey. I'll be releasing more books. Also currently working on a film to come out in the next, that's a future project, a couple 3 years. But we're working on a film about my journey over here on the streets of the UK. A very inspirational film, and that's what we're working on right now.
Okay. Would that film be available to purchase, or would it be like a YouTube video?
Yeah, it'll be a proper film, mainstream. We're getting the cinemas and everything.
Oh,
proper film. Yeah, proper film. Yeah.
Oh, that's even better. Then I definitely gotta support it, especially when that book does come out next year.
Yeah.
We want to bring you back, and I want you to talk more about that. That's something that's up my alley, and I know a lot of people will be very happy to hear more after purchasing The Power of Love too.
Exactly.
Also, you're independent, correct?
Yeah, I'm independent.
I gotta ask you this, because I ask a lot of rappers, MCs this. Do you think is it best for a young artist that's probably listening to your interview right now, that's trying to get into the game? Should they sign to a major label, or should they stay independent?
I think at the beginning stages, I think a lot of the artists should stay independent until they're in a situation where they can negotiate, if anything. I think a lot of artists, because of their financial situations, they jump into deals because they just need the money at the time, not realizing in the future the deals are damaging. A lot of artists get damaged by the deals not at the current time, but more in the future. It hits them harder in the future when they realize that they ain't got no publishing, they don't own nothing, they're not gonna get no more money in the future. So I say to even a lot of the young people that I mentor, I always try to say to them, set yourself up as an independent artist first. When you're in a place where you're bringing income in and you've created a brand, then maybe go to sponsors and labels, and you'll be in a better negotiating position to get a deal that might suit you better than going in at the beginning where the label has the upper hand and they're giving you a dodgy deal. Basically sell your life for £25,000 or £50,000 or half a million even, but you don't ever own anything, and you don't ever have the rights to anything. And I think it's a very important that we understand about intellectual property and ownership of our own things. And yeah, so I definitely say the independent route with negotiation for like distribution deals or stuff like that is good.
Okay, thank you. I know they're going to be very happy to hear that, because it's always good to hear from somebody that's in the game as you know, a veteran at this.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself after hip hop? As far as if you retire the microphone, do you see yourself as a manager or entrepreneur? As far as like
I see myself as more of a mentor. Yeah, mentor, and I'm always an entrepreneur. I always do business. I got like different companies that I work in. I've got my own studio. There's a lot of stuff that I'm involved in as well. So I've always got the entrepreneurial spirit. But I more see myself as a mentor, and I will call myself. I take myself, because of my experiences, I would look at myself as a leader, and I find it that to lead through the right information and creating the right platforms in order to guide the young people coming up. That's kind of how I see myself, and that's where I will see myself in the future, being a guidance. That's where I will see myself, as a guide, a mentor.
I love that. I love that. That's great, because we need more mentors around here. Because, you know, a lot of young men, you know, might not have fathers, or sometimes they might even have both parents, but the parents is just physically there, not
Exactly.
you know, emotionally, spiritually,
Exactly.
you know, there. So we need to be there to, like I said, it's our community. We're supposed to cultivate our community.
Exactly.
This is going to be a funny question, but it's something that's actually serious, because I know you know what I'm about to ask you. If you can pick any nation on the continent of Africa, and you can actually develop that nation, what will be your top 10 albums you will bring with you to play, to have the people help you build that nation so they can hear the music while building the nation?
Wow. Oh, wow. 10. Oh, that's I'll have a Bob Marley album. I would have a Tupac album.
Okay.
I would have what's oh, well, you got me on some of them. I would have a Nas. I would have Nas.
That's 3.
Nas. I will have what's that guy's name again? Old school. I would have Marvin Gaye.
Okay, 4.
I'll have a Marvin Gaye one. I'll have what's the name? Oh Lord, they put me in a spot. Who else would I have? Well, how much I got? 4, yeah?
Yeah, you got 4, 6 more.
Okay, 6 more. Okay. I'd have Public Enemy.
5.
I would have current one as well. I'll have J.Cole.
Okay, 6.
J.Cole. I'd have I think of an old can't remember their names. It's Lauryn Hill.
7. Yes.
Lauryn Hill. I'd have a Lauryn Hill. I would have a Damian Marley.
Okay, 8.
I'd have what's his name again? From over here, I'd have oh, you done me in. So over here, I would have a low key album.
Okay, 9.
And I'll have one of my own albums.
Okay, that's perfect. Perfect. That's good. You read about Marley, you better bring your house.
Yeah.
Okay. We only got a few more questions left. Top 10 rappers, MCs on your list.
Top 10. On my list, okay, my list will be just rappers, yeah? Just rappers, okay.
MCs, just about here.
Okay, Nas, J.Cole, Jay-Z, Big.
4. Ooh, excuse me.
I like Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
Yeah, I like Big Daddy Kane. He's giving. I like him. And who else was there? How much I say already? How much have I said?
It's gonna be 6.
6. I got 6. Okay, so some rappers from over here. There's a rapper over here. I'll have a caller.
Yeah.
I would have Black the Ripper.
Okay.
How much I said now?
9. One more.
One more. And myself.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Any rappers you would like to work with in the future that you haven't got a chance with? I mean, it can be UK, US, Ghana, South Africa. It doesn't matter. Jamaica.
I think what artist that I would love to work with in the future is Lauryn Hill. That's
Okay.
probably that's one of the probably ones on my list. Yeah, Lauryn Hill is one of the artists. I think she's dope. I think yeah, she's there. Lauryn Hill is one of the artists that I work. I think that's probably off my head. That's one that I would definitely like to work with. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Okay, and one of the last questions will be any advice for any upcoming rappers and just the youth out there?
I would say, I think with our youth today, I think a lot of them need to educate themselves on just what's going on in the world. A lot of and stop taking information from the local news. I think we need to more educate ourselves on our knowledge of ourselves from the past, and also educate ourselves on certain things where we can rebuild our communities and change our way of thinking to better our family structures, our economies, becoming self-sufficient. I think we need to reprogram our thinking around those things. Our continent, Africa, and our own countries, understanding the importance of who we are and where we can go. I'm saying to you, I think that's a major thing. I think young people need to tap into. Young people are our future leaders, and our future make things happen. So we need them to be educated on a spiritual level and on a physical level.
Okay. And where can everyone follow you on social media? It's your chance right now.
My main one is Instagram. That's at Jaja PDC. That's at Jaja PDC. That's my Instagram, and I think all my things are the same. Yeah, so everything's at Jaja PDC, and they can follow me there. Yeah, and ask any questions or yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna start posting. I ain't been posting a lot, but I'm gonna start posting.
That's right. Yeah, I know sometimes some people don't, but I know it's always good. Like I said, it's good to keep people engaged with what's going on. But all the information, don't worry about it. I'm gonna list everything in the description for everybody, so everybody have a chance to click on the link, follow you, purchase the book. Remember, y'all, The Power of Love. Please purchase it. I'm about to purchase it as soon as it's over. I'm not clapped. No, because I'm gonna actually show y'all the book. They're gonna But I want to say thank you so much for coming by my channel. This platform is always open. If you ever want to just come on here, you can always email me if you need new music saying, hey, Kofi, I just dropped a new song, video, freestyle. I will always do a reaction for it, so I can actually give you some
respect
out there. And
yeah, man, respect.
Peace and blessings to everybody.
Respect.
So King Kofi with the revolutionary, the God MC, Jaja Soze.
Yo, respect.